Hey guys, it's Blizzard Peak. Welcome back to Calvin and Hobbes as we are going to continue our reading. We got our bookmarker here, $1 Canada bill. Put that to the side and let us continue. The call goes out. We're on the move. Up through the winding maze. Faster, faster. Calvin scrambles up the grainy tunnel. Out he pops into the blinding sun. Calvin the ant runs down the hill to the brick walk. Other ants rush around him. In their mad hurry, Calvin tries to keep up. At last he reaches the monstrous dead caterpillar. Without pausing, he hoists it up. The queen demands his tireless toil. Calvin is back off to the anthill as fast as he can go. Work, work, work. That's all I'm good for around here. I hardly think picking up your room once in a while qualifies you as a slave. This is Calvin, your captain, speaking. Just to reassure you that there is someone up front. Calvin, the pilot, pilots the jetliner across the country at 35,000 feet. He is given clearance to land, but what's this? A plane from a rival airline is making for the same runway to the same precious minutes off its schedule. It's a 600-mile-per-hour game of chicken. Calvin pulls back on the throttle and lurches ahead. The other pilot tries to cut Calvin off with a sudden drop in altitude. Calvin switches on the fasten the seatbelt sign in the cabin and does a barrel roll. At 5 Gs, Calvin hopes not to black out. As they close in on the runway, the other pilot has no choice but to pull up and circle around again. Calvin wins. Hey, Mom, is it true I could get my pilot's license at age 14? No. Hobbes, you've got to help me. I'm in big trouble. What's the matter? You know how Dad said I could use his binoculars as long as I was extra careful with them? Well, I just broke them by accident. Now I need some advice. Should I run away or commit harakiri over the binoculars? Yeah, maybe both. Geez, I can't believe I broke Dad's binoculars. He'll blow every capillary in his body. Dad said I had to be very, very careful with them. And what do? I go and break them. He'll flay me alive. How did you do it anyways? I just dropped them. They broke? Well, I was tossing them to myself at the time as I ran down the sidewalk. How much money do you have, Hobbes? Maybe we can buy Dad a new pair of binoculars before he gets home. I've got 35 cents. Great. I've got $4. Let's call the store. Hello. I'd like to know how much a good pair of binoculars costs. $100 to $600. Do you have any idea what my dad's going to do to me? He won't stop at killing you, that's for sure. I had no idea binoculars were so expensive. We're doomed. We? Why in the world did Dad let me use anything so valuable? You should have known I'd break them. He must have been out of his mind. This is all his fault. What am I going to do? I suppose you could just tell him what happened and make my getaway when the quaternary hits. Say, that's an idea. Maybe we could glue Dad's binoculars back together, and he wouldn't even notice, you think? It depends. Was the casing just chipped a little, or did the lens itself get cracked? Maybe you better come look at it. Don't sneeze. Maybe you should tell your mom about the binoculars and she can help somehow. Tell Mom? Are you crazy? No way. Why not? You've got to tell someone. Maybe she can think of something. In times like these, all moms can think of is how long she was in labor with me. Look at my dad, calmly eating his dinner as if nothing was wrong. I know him. His dad radar is bleeping like crazy. He knows I broke something, he just doesn't know what. He can't nail me until he knows for sure. He'll just wait, I know him. He's gonna just sit there eating and let me stew in my own guilt. He figures sooner or later I'll crack. Calvin? I did it, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Pass you broke my binoculars? Didn't I tell you to be extra careful with them? Isn't that exactly what I said? Well, those binoculars were brand new. Have you no respect for other people's property? I have an idea, Dad. Let's pretend I already feel terrible about it, and you don't need to rub it in anymore. I didn't mean to break your binoculars, Dad. It was an accident. I'm really sorry. I felt like I was going to barf all afternoon. Well, I'm sorry I yelled at you. I shouldn't have been so angry. After all, it was just a pair of binoculars. In the big scheme of all things, it's really not so bad. Really? Sure. In another 10 years, you'll probably be wrecking my car. Yeah. Hobbes, look, Dad got me my own pair of little binoculars. Wow, these are yours? Aren't they great? I'll say. Dad said, as long as I'm going to break binoculars, I ought to at least break my own. Now we can go to the beach and look at babes. Maybe I should break Dad's power tools and see if I can get some of those. Whine, whine, whine. Rumble, rumble. Pow! Either I'm greatly deceived, or someone opened a can of tuna in this vicinity. Yes, all over this vicinity. What a clear night. Look at all the stars. There's millions of them. Yes, we're just tiny specks on the planet particle, hurling through the infinite blackness. Let's go in and turn on all the lights. I got a hit. Only because I let you. Ha ha, a home run. You didn't touch all the bases. I did too. No, you didn't touch 7th base. Yes, I did. I touched the water barrel right after the front porch. That's not 7th base. That's 12th. I thought the garage door was 12th. The garage door is 23rd base. You touched them all out of order, and you still didn't touch the secret base. The secret base? What's the secret base? I can't tell you. It's a secret. I can't believe this moronic sport is our national pastime. You're out. Give me $1. 23 bases. Oh, man. You'd be playing all day. Filth, contamination, pestilence. Of all the living creatures, few are more repulsive than Calvin the bug. He exists only to suck blood and transmit parasitic disease. Searching for someone to infect, Calvin flies low over the picnic table. His sensitive antenna picks up the scent of human flesh. Touching down, Calvin inserts his needle-like proboscis into a vein. Protozoans in his saliva quickly induce a plague. Will you stop that awful slurping? You're making me sick. Don't move. There's a bee on your back. There is? Shoo it away, quick. And have it come after me? No thanks. Well, what am I supposed to do? Stand all day like this? I guess you won't have much choice, do you? Great, just great. I could be here forever. Say, that gives me an idea. Don't you go reading my comic books. Stay out of my room. That rotten Hobbes. I can't move because I've got some bee on my back, so he goes to read all my comic books. He always gets them out of order, and he folds the covers back. Ooh, if I could only move. What kind of friend would take advantage of a predicament like this? A lousy friend, that's what kind. What a stinker he is. Hey, did you see how the latest issue of Captain Napalm ended? Don't tell me. Hobbes, if you tell me how the comic book ends, I'll kill you. I've waited a whole month to find out. I'll give you a hint, okay? Captain Napalm takes his nuclear... No hints. By golly, you hairball, if I didn't have a bee on my back right now, I'd... Maybe there's a bee, maybe there isn't. I'll never tell. What? Is the bee gone? Can I move? Tell me, is it there? Is it? Is the bee gone or not? I'm not telling you. You called me a hairball. Okay, I'm sorry. You're not a hairball. Is the bee there or not? No. Good now. Ow! I meant, no, there is a bee today. It's opposite day. Don't forget, at midnight, opposite day is over, okay? Yes. I'm not having dinner tonight. Oh, no, nope. I'm going to eat cookies in front of the TV. You, young man, are going to sit at the table and eat what I fixed, just like the rest of us. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Hello. I'm wondering if you sell kegs of dynamite? You don't? How about plastic explosives? You kidding? What about landmines? Do you sell those? You don't? Look, I'm trying to send a girl I know deep space. Perhaps you could suggest something. All right, thanks for watching the episode, guys. We'll do more reading next time. Hope you enjoyed this episode or this video of more Calvin and Hobbes. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.